Well, we are going to bring in our political power panel to dive deeper on this one. GOP strategist Samantha Drivus and Democratic strategist Theron Bond. Great to have you.
Thank you.
Great to be with you.
Samantha, I'll start with you. So Johnson is in jeopardy of losing his speakership. I had a one-on-one interview with the speaker earlier this year. Let's take a listen to that.
I think it's time to have unified government again with a Republican president and us having control of both chambers. Why? So that we can bring an aggressive agenda in that first 100 days of the new Congress to fix all of these problems.
So Samantha, what does this divide on Johnson's bid for the speaker say about your party right now, you think?
I think it's a party where there's robust intellectual debate over these issues that really matter to voters. This debate over the speakership is really a debate about the status quo and how Congress spends money. Voters have made it clear they're not happy with these CR and omnibus bills and the profligate spending that's happening, and they want to see Congress return to regular order. Of course, that's a very difficult row to hoe with such a slim majority. But I think ultimately this is a party where this debate can happen transparently and out in the public instead of behind closed-door backroom deals like you see with the Democrats. So I think that this is a positive thing, and ultimately the Republicans will work through this.
All right, that's a positive spin on it. Theron, Democrats say, reportedly, some of them anyway, that they won't help bail out Johnson this time around. Do you think that the spending deal shakeup was the last straw for Mike Johnson?
I think it's interesting that going into the next administration, obviously Republicans will have all of the power across the board. But what's happening now is Mike Johnson was a unifier just last year, but now here's all this Republican infighting. I think it's interesting, the timing of this. And no, Democrats don't owe the Republicans anything in this regard. They've been helpful before, and then all Republicans did was continuously push back against things that Democrats thought would be helpful and useful to the American people at large. And now they're saying, here you go, Republicans, you figure it out for yourselves. You fight to the finish and see what you can get done.
And look, we had Rand Paul and Marjorie Taylor Greene, perhaps others too, floating Elon Musk's name even. I think that raised a lot of eyebrows, and people were going, wait, it doesn't have to be a congressman who's the Speaker of the House. But all of this chaos that we could see next week, just how bad could it get? Samantha, if you can weigh in on that, I mean, what happens January 6th through January 20th if we don't have a Speaker of the House?
Right. I mean, certainly we're up against some really important deadlines, one of them being the certification of President Trump's election. So, you know, there's not a lot of time left. Republicans do need to get this together. But again, I would say this is a negotiation. It's playing out. I think that Speaker Johnson needs to negotiate with Republicans in his caucus, particularly the ones who have said they're not satisfied with certain aspects of his speakership. I expect that that's what's taking place right now, and that Republicans will sort this out in time for the new Congress and for the election to be certified.
Okay. Well, Theron, I'm going to get you to weigh in on this. We've got President Joe Biden just wrapping up his final vacation before he leaves office. He's thinking a lot about his legacy, and your party is as well. Earlier today, Marianne Williamson, she's the latest person to launch her bid for the DNC chair, and we spoke to her on the show. Laura Ingle did. Let's take a listen to her plans for the party. I'll let you respond to that in the state of your party right now.
President now-elect Trump has introduced something which is so extraordinary, actually, a real 21st century political phenomenon. And we need to be able to meet that with the energy, with the psychological and emotional relationship with the American people that we do not now have.
Theron, why has it been so difficult for your party to come up with a united message to counter Trump's appeal, both on the campaign trail and still today, it seems?
Because they've been listening to the wrong people. The strongest, boldest, most progressive voices are not those that have been included in the conversations. In fact, those have been the ones that have been long overlooked. And if the Democratic Party wants to move forward and get some new wins under the belt that we desperately need, then they're going to need to do that going forward. Unfortunately, while I think it's great that a woman has been added to the mix of DNC hopefuls, I don't think Marianne Williamson is the person. There is a person that is listed amongst those four that you propose that I think would be good to move the party forward, and that's Ken Martin. And I would pair Ken Martin as DNC chair with Vice Chair Wakenya Clanton. Those are the people that can move the party forward and that are going to be willing to put people around them to get things done. So far, Martin O'Malley's not the person. Marianne Williams is
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.